attached to whatever. He wants you to send it to Natalie as well as to the team. But that's good, right?
Across the U.S., many public radio and television stations could soon go silent. A bill on Capitol Hill that President Trump promises to sign would defund the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Cindy Photos Abbott says that will create news deserts throughout the U.S.
Every program costs money. It's people who put it together. And, if you don't have the funds, then you're going to have to cut somewhere.
The state of Illinois receives $25 million a year in federal funding for its 16 public media broadcasters. The cuts could impact as many as 275 people, 40% of the state's public media jobs. Republicans, who hold a majority in Congress, say National Public Radio and the public broadcasting system deliver news with a liberal slant.
Come on. The NPR and PBS components this is, in our view, the misuse of taxpayer dollars. They're biased reporting, they're not objective.
But public media stations don't just broadcast national news.
Chicago, your stories matter. Real voices, real conversations, right from your neighborhood.
They offer call-in shows, local events, music, and warnings of natural disasters like the recent deadly flooding in Texas. Big city networks like WBEZ's parent Chicago Public Media will survive. Federal funding amounts to 3% of its budget. The rest comes from member donations and sponsors. But for local stations in rural areas, Northwestern University's Tim Franklin says federal funds can account for up to 80%.
This is going to be a death sentence for a lot of those radio stations when these cuts take effect beginning in October. So these cuts are actually going to hurt Republican areas and provide less community information in, by and large, Republican areas, which is one of the ironies of this whole thing.
Federal budget cuts affect newsrooms like this at public radio and television stations all across the country, including here at WBEZ in Chicago. Some of them might become emptier, others might shut down altogether. And that could worsen a local news drought in city after city where newspapers have already shut down.
So it leaves people less informed. They don't know what's happening across the state. They don't know what's happening in their own communities, let alone what's happening in the nation and the world.
But that appears to be a world the majority of the U.S. Congress is willing to live in. John Hendren, Al Jazeera, Chicago.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.